In this video, I'm going to share with you how to create a group coaching program that's prosperous and energy rich for you to deliver. Creating a group coaching program is such a valuable, beneficial step in your coaching business. It was a step that changed everything for me. It helped me get my life back and have more time available for my self-care. It helped me make a lot more money, and not only make a lot more money, but a lot more stable money, and I'll talk about that in a moment. And it also gave me more joy. I had been operating in a one-on-one model for a long time, and I didn't really enjoy it that much. It felt repetitive. I felt like I was doing the same work again and again with clients. And because of my personality, I'm an extrovert, a super extrovert. I like being around groups of people. I like parties. I like gatherings. And so creating a group program was like having a gathering every week and every month. So I highly encourage this for you. If that sounds like it resonates with you and it sounds fun and joyful, then this is a model that can be really fun, prosperous, and fulfilling. That's the good part. The problem with creating a group coaching program is that there are growing pains when you're going from a one-on-one model into a group model. Some of those growing pains include filling it, marketing it, enrolling people in it, getting people to agree, managing drama and problems in groups. There are all sorts of things that come up that you don't have to deal with when you're doing a one-on-one model. Another big problem with group models is retention. My research and talking to people who have group models, this is the #1 thing that troubles group coaching programs, is not having retention. It's people maybe completing the program and then leaving. And I know that that was a big problem that I faced early on when I started this model. So everything I'm going to share with you today in this video is about how to gear your program to deliver more value, be worth more, and also retain clients for the long haul. So the big solution, the new context for a group coaching program, for it to really be sustainable over time, is to don't think of it as building a group coaching program. Think of it as building a community, or better yet, building a culture. What you're doing is creating a community or a culture where people are so strongly bonded, so connected, get so much value from that connection, from that relationship, that they want to stay for a long time. If all you do is create a group coaching program and you think of it as delivering content and transformation, that's great. But what's going to happen is once they're done with the program, it's like, thanks, see ya, right? And what we want to do from a business strategy perspective is create something sustainable long-term. Monthly recurring revenues for a year, 2 years, 4 years, even right now I'm in my 6th year with my very first group coaching client. So what we want to do is set you up to have something that's long haul, that's a long-term, that's a long game. Okay? So to do that effectively, we have to back up a little. And the first thing we need to think about is, who are these people that are going to be coming into your program? First of all, do they even align with you? Are they a right fit with you? If you're picking your people just based on market opportunity, just based on a gap that you see or a problem that you can solve, I promise you, you're not going to be happy 10 years from now, 5 years from now, even 1 year from now. If we want to create a sustainable, long-term group community culture model, then we want to work with people that we love and people who love us back. That's going to be the foundation of this long-term strategy. So who are these people? Think about, who are the clients that you've had the best results with? Who are the clients that you absolutely love, and better yet, who absolutely love you? Clients who bring you presents, or clients who send you thank you cards, right? Clients who really appreciate the work that you've done. And really, if you think about just bringing it back to one ideal client, one what we call avatar, that can represent that perfect client outline or that perfect client model, right? Who can model what it is to be the right client for you. Now, once you have that client in your mind, think about it. Who's that client? Your favorite, best client, loves you, you love them, right? You've got them in your mind. Now, think about, what if you were to clone that client? What if you were to have 10 or 15 or 30 clients very similar to that client? clients that are grateful, that are easy to work with, that are energy rich, whatever it is for you, right? Maybe you like a challenge. Maybe you really like working with someone who's all the way down in the dumps and you can help bring them back. Whatever it is that you enjoy doing the most, and really thinking about what you enjoy the most, then coming up with that's your client avatar. That's what we're going for. Now you want to ask yourself, where is that client? Where can I find that client? Where can I market to that client? Where can I connect with that client? Who can introduce me to that client? What's that client searching for on Google? Like, do everything you can to go deep into that client's head so that you can go out and find other clients like that. Or better yet, you can create the content and the materials that will draw that client to you. Speaking of drawing that client to you, I have a whole bunch of videos about attraction-based marketing. So if that interests you, go check out one of those videos if you want to go deeper. Here's an example of a client of mine who has a very specific avatar that makes it very easy for her to find her people. Her avatar are women just like her, or how she used to be. They're women in corporate environments or high-powered professions. They're executive women who've had to work their butts off to make it. They're high achievers, overachievers, workaholics, and they've gotten to a point in their life, probably in their mid-40s or 50s, where they are either close to a breakdown or a burnout, or they've already had it. And they're realizing that they've spent all this time and energy building up this career, but they don't have fulfillment. She calls these women boss ladies. The name of my client that I'm talking about here is called Patty Ferreira. You can look her up at bossladycoach.com or something like that. You can Google her, Patty Ferreira. That's for the gringos listening. Her whole value proposition, what she puts out in the world, is all this content around getting unstuck from the life that they've created, getting unstuck from the trap that they've built for themselves, right? Where they're having to work constantly. They've got this big house or this nice car that they're having to pay for, and now they're feeling trapped in their own success. That's her avatar. She knows what these ladies drive. She knows where they shop. She knows everything about them. And she puts out content that's specifically aimed at them. She does speaking engagements. She does webinars and interviews, and she has a Facebook group, everything around this one very specific avatar, the boss lady. And what she's offering them is an opportunity to join a community where they can really let their hair down, where they can be transparent and vulnerable and get what she calls, what our other mentor, Nanilea, calls getting soul naked with each other. So that's a great example of someone who knows her avatar inside and out. The second thing that you've got to know before you launch your group coaching program as you're putting this together is, what is it that these people want and need? What is the pain point or the problem that they're struggling with, and what are they looking for? So one of the issues with creating a group coaching program is that you've got all these different people. So it's really important to find that common thread, that common struggle, or that common desire that they have, and figure out in your program a way to meet all those different needs in a community, in a culture. So what that entails is you really getting clear about what's the client journey that you take people on from beginning to end. Where do they start and where are they looking to go, and how do you get there? That's going to inform your coaching program structure. That's going to be your curriculum, so to speak. Now, don't get scared. You might not need a curriculum. I don't actually have a curriculum in my coaching program, and it's very successful. What I do is I introduce my curriculum into my 4 retreats 4 times a year, 1 time a quarter, and that's where the learning and the content and the structure is. But when they come into the group coaching program, it's much more about meeting their needs exactly where they are rather than taking them on a journey. Now, that's the way I do it. Doesn't have to be the way you do it. So think about what's that client journey that you want to take them on, and how are you going to lay that out over the course of the length of the program. And again, I highly encourage a 1-year program minimum for your biggest big back end type of program. Another thing you'll want to think about as you're putting together your group coaching program is the price of it. Now, I've talked about this many times in many videos. What my experience has been is that I and most people that I meet initially tend to undercharge for these programs. And so I highly encourage you to think about what is that really juicy, important outcome and journey that you're offering to people, and price it based on that journey and that outcome, rather than based on the fact that it's 1 call a month or 2 calls a month or 3 retreats a year or whatever's in the program. So like, let go of that and instead think about what's the value of people taking this journey, and base the price and your offer and your invitation and your enrollment on that value instead of on all the pieces that are in it. I'm going to give you an example. In my group coaching program, the outcome that I promise is that you will have a total transformation of your identity and step into leadership and expression, and be able to step into being the person that can execute this new business vision, this new business idea that you came up with us in our retreat. So in other words, people come to our retreats and they come up with this new business plan, and the promise that we make when they join our group coaching program is, you will implement this plan. We will support you in implementing this. So what people are buying when we sell our group coaching program is not, you're going to get a call with Michelle, and you're going to get this, and you're going to get that, and you're going to get a retreat, and you're going to get, a weekly call with the group. That's not how I position it. In fact, just this past weekend, I just made this offer, and I never talked about any of these things. In fact, what I talked about was, this is your vision. What is it worth to you to step into your vision finally, fully, right? Who will you become as you step into that vision? Imagine what kind of parent you'll be, or partner you'll be, or friend, or leader, right? Or all of the above. Imagine who you'll be when you fully step into this. So it's not about selling all the pieces of the program. It's really about enrolling people in their own vision that you're going to help them get to. This is a big part of creating a group coaching program. Understanding that you are not selling a bunch of things and techniques and modalities and events and calls. You're selling a journey and a transformation, and you can price based on that. And then the last thing as you create your group coaching program is to remember that it needs to evolve to meet your needs and to meet the needs of your clients. Part of the beauty of this type of work is that you will transform in the delivery of it. You will transform in the leadership of it. And you will get information about things that you like or don't like. And so I highly encourage you to stay really present and available for those feelings, like the feeling of maybe frustration or resentment, or I don't want to be on this call, or I don't want to do this event. Like really noticing when you have that feeling so that you can adjust and course correct. And secondly, kind of related, is to pay attention to the clients and what they're telling you, their feedback. One of the things that we do that's really valuable in our program is we have checkpoints along the way where we're getting information from the clients. How are you doing? What resources are you using? Are you getting the value from this? What are the things that you're getting the most value from? We'll send that out sometimes as a survey or a feedback form. And then I'm always, at least a couple of times a year, I hold an open forum where people give me feedback and say, I want more of this, or I want less of that, or this doesn't really work for me, or can we do more of this thing? And then I go back to the drawing board, and a couple times a year, I make announcements like, all right, we're going to try this new thing. In fact, recently I just increased the number of group calls that we do. We do one every single week, but I also took something out that nobody was using and nobody was even going to miss. So keep in mind that you can also evolve the program. You don't have to have it perfectly figured out and have it be static and structured and, and unchangeable forever. This is the kind of thing where as you evolve and as your clients evolve, the program is going to need to evolve too. If you like what you hear and this sounds exciting for you and you're interested in developing your own group coaching program, then I can help. Go ahead and visit superstardiscoverycall.com, set up a time to chat with me, and I'll see what kind of ideas, perspectives, and insights I can give you around your business, and we can see if we're a good fit to maybe keep working together. See you soon. Bye.